I was originally going to talk about An Unquiet Grave today, which premiered this week on Shudder, but after seeing that Halloween Kills trailer, which was first leaked online and then released officially last night by Universal, I couldn't really think of anything else. So let's talk about it. Welcome back to ML Miller Frights. I'm ML Miller. Before we begin, please do me a favor and punch that like button down below. Share this video with all of your social media addicted pals. Click subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications. While I thought Halloween 2018 was a fine reboot to the series, I do feel it had some problems. I love the randomness they depicted in terms of how Michael Myers on the loose would look like. That scene where he goes from house to house was twisted fun. I also thought the acting from Jamie Lee Curtis, Judy Greer, Andy Matichak, Toby Huss, and Jefferson Hall were all great. It's not the typical style of acting one gets in a slasher film, and the fact that producer-director David Gordon Green and producer Danny McBride took this film deathly serious was a welcome relief. It brought quite a bit of clout back to the slashers. Sequences like the lawn scene where the lights keep going on and off, and the final standoff at the house with all the mannequins were all pretty amazingly brought to life. My issue with 2018 was what many had with it, the deletion of the rest of the series from the franchise. Personally, I've found something to like in all of the Halloween movies. Yes, even The Curse of Michael Myers. Let's not talk about the Rob Zombie films. So leaving so much of the franchise in the dust felt like movie snobbery and disrespectful to all of the hard work put into the series between 1978 and 2018. I know making Laurie Strode and Michael Myers related wasn't Carpenter's favorite idea, but it did give Michael a goal, a drive, a meaning behind the killing. I get it that sometimes no meaning is terrifying. It's scary when you hear of a motiveless crime in the news. The nagging mystery is what drives you crazy, looking for all kinds of excuses to pin this unimaginable horror to. Still, while they got away with it in 2018, it seems they're attempting to deal with some of the whys in what was released with the new trailer, and I'll get into that in a second. First, the trailer, which I believe shows way too much. I kind of wish I hadn't watched it. After seeing the trailer, we not only find out how Michael Myers survives the fire, but also reveals quite a few kills. Sure, I didn't mind seeing the clip of Michael standing in front of the burning building, but leave something to the imagination, why don't you? We also see the 3 Halloween 3 masked kids killed on a playground, some old lady is stabbed with a fluorescent bulb, and an old dude gets his head bashed in. Show some iconic shots, set some mood, but don't spoil the kills, and that, unfortunately, is what this new trailer does. It also hints at some motivation from Michael through narration by Laurie. With every kill, Michael transcends. I guess this could have been a metaphorical transcendence, some kind of distance. Michael steps away from his own humanity, and he transcends into something that isn't human. Sorry, couldn't help myself. There really is no way Laurie can know why Michael does what he does. She has no connection with him. We've been told she's not his sister. All those sequels are bad, right? So why double down and seemingly have a lot of the action take place in a hospital as it did in the original Halloween 2? This deletion of the sibling connection did nothing but muddy the waters in the 2018 reboot and gave Michael no motivation to pursue Laurie once he was out. But in the second half of that film, somehow he feels the compulsion to track her down. If there's no connection between the two, why was Laurie so afraid in the first place? Now, I understand that Laurie Strode is the new Dr. Loomis of the Halloween series. She's broken by Michael, and not the most reliable of narrators. What she says isn't set in stone, and could be just the ramblings of a mentally unstable, obsessive-compulsive recluse who has thought of nothing but an attack that happened to her when she was a teenager. Still, those words coming from an acting powerhouse like Jamie Lee Curtis carry heft. And if there's no one around to tell her she is making these connections up, the audience will take her word for it as the expert. Sure, we had Judy Greer's Karen doubting her mom in the first one, but she was proven wrong. It's going to be tricky how they walk this tightrope of keeping Michael's wrath random and somehow continuing to have him run into the Strodes. More spoilers abound in this Halloween Kills trailer, We see Andy Matichik's Allison taunt Michael with his mask and then give up and tell Michael to just kill her. Again, I don't want to see this. These are beats in the movie that really could leave an impact if they weren't spoiled in the trailer that'll be played on repeat from now until Halloween. I honestly don't know why they do this. The folks behind Halloween Kills have had an extra year to work on an awesome marketing campaign. It doesn't have to reveal anything from the movie. It could be some original footage just used for the trailer. Something that promotes the film without giving it away. I'm sure there are plenty of kills and cool moments that weren't spoiled in the trailer, but what I saw were some pretty big ones. Imagine if the trailer started slow with Laurie Strode narrating about what she remembers from the night in 1978 and build to what she remembered from 2018. Something with clips of a quiet neighborhood, a dark town, a lonely street, Halloween decorations, the house in the woods, a fire, and then finally a reveal of Laurie in the hospital trying to make anyone believe that Michael is still out there. A little stock footage, some clips from the original and the 2018 film, and a few new clips towards the end. That's the trailer I wanted. What we got only shows me that Universal isn't confident enough in getting enough people back into theaters and not afraid of ruining key moments of the movie to do it. I'll be there first night watching Halloween Kills, along with many of you. While Friday the 13th will always be my tip-top slasher series, Halloween is a close second. While the 2018 film worked for me, I feel it could have been so much better, given a bit more thought in the way the film worked as a whole. Still, I liked it, and I liked what I saw in the trailer. I just wish I didn't watch it and had so many of the key moments spoiled. What do you think of the trailer? Or are you watching it? I recommend don't, and just wait for the movie to come out if you haven't seen it yet. Let me know down in the comments. That'll be it for today. Please chime in down below in the comments and let me know how on the nose or mind-numbingly wrong I am, or you can counter with your own review. So guys, you know how YouTube works. I'd love to be able to dedicate more time to this channel. I'm not monetized yet, so if you want to help me out, remember to hit all the pertinent bells and whistles down below. Want some spooky comics to read? I have 2 new horror comic book trade paperbacks you should look out for. Both Gravetrancers and Pirouette, collecting never-before-published issues, can be found in only the finest of comic book shops. If you're looking for written reviews, you can find them on my website, mlmillerwrites.com. If you really want to show your support, I also have a Patreon page at mlmiller. Look for the link to my Patreon page down below. Thank you so much for your time, and take care.
You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be, stuck inside your reality. You're doomed. Oh, you're doomed. You're doomed. You're doomed. Live the life that you are meant to be. Live inside.